Incredible afternoon. Hello, everyone. So, I just got a package that came. UPS just left here, and I was, excuse me, quite shocked to see that it was from Heat Transfer Warehouse. And I am an affiliate for Heat Transfer Warehouse. So, this is something that was sent to me. I have no idea what is in here. I know they asked us before about a certain challenge and we were interested in entering, but I really don't remember what that was. So we're going to open up this package from Heat Transfer Warehouse and see what's in here. I did turn on the heat press just in case it is something that I can do right now. So let's get into this. So I'll do a little quick intro. Hello, everyone. I am Shakia, the professor of HS Inc. 365 LLC, the parent company of Silaholics Anonymous, the product line, Honestly Speaking. Hopefully, we can use some Honestly Speaking products with whatever is in this box. And 365 Creative Academy, where we help you to unlock your creativity. All right, hold on. I just need to share this out before my phone dies. And then we're going to open this bad boy up and see. I was trying to kind of, it has a little weight to it, but it also doesn't like, it's moving like it's more so fabric. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's something hard in there, but there is some weight to it. So I don't know. I'm trying to tell what's in it. It might be vinyl. That might be what like the thud that I hear. But I don't know. It does feel like or sound like it's sliding. So it might be something that's fabric. Not quite sure. So we're going to see what's in the box. Dun, dun, dun. I'm trying to share this, but my live video isn't popping up on Facebook. I think Facebook get tired of me going live so much. Do y'all get tired of me going live so much? Facebook is tripping. Oh, well, I was trying to share it out, but Facebook is not showing me the notification. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what's inside. What do we hope is inside? I'm going to turn it this way and kind of peek. But what do you guys hope is inside of this box? What are you hoping for in the box? Haha. I will say it's something fabric here. I was right about that. I can always tell how fabric sounds sliding in a box. So I'm not sure if it's just a wrapper that's here, that's over it, but there is something where it's wrapped inside of a fabric. I can always tell how fabric sounds in a box. And then feeling it, I think she says something you don't want that you will send to me. Ooh, it's quite a bit of whatever's in here. It's quite a bit of it. I don't know what goodies are in here. I'm waiting to see. But I will say, like, there is something. I knew I heard fabric. So there is something here that is fabric like. See, look, it's black fabric. I don't know what it is, but there's a lot of whatever is in here. Vinyl. You're hoping that it's vinyl? There's a lot of whatever's in here. Printable vinyl. She says maybe it's enough for both of us. All right, what the heck? It still hasn't popped up on Facebook. Okay, well, I won't be sharing that. I'll have to share it out after the fact. T-shirts. I don't know. All right, so let's pull this out and see. So it's a little canvas bag. And inside is, ooh, it's a zipper inside. A lot of vinyl. It's a lot of vinyl in here. Whoa. Okay. So I will be putting something on here. I guess I'm going to have to look through our affiliate emails to see if there's a specific thing that this was for. Because this is a lot of vinyl. And I don't mean like little scrap pieces. That's probably a good half a yard to a full yard of vinyl. But that's a lot of, ooh. I say, wait a minute now. Oh, hot damn. This is nice. Ay, qué lindo. It's nice. Boy, I want to make something with this right now. But it's all stuff I have to cut with the Cameo. So, yes, this was a gift. I'm a brand partner affiliate for Heat Transfer Warehouse. And so this was sent to me. Ooh, okay. So this is their, like, I guess, branded one. So it's the Walla. So this is Walla cut. It's printable glitter fashion vinyl. So glitter wavy lines. This is really, really pretty. It gives me, I think of like flappers and like Harlem Nights. When I look at this, that's what that gives me. And then this one is Caesar Easyweed Metal Silver. We have Easyweed Hazelnut. Easyweed Flamingo. Okay, it's a good sticker that comes off. All right, this is Easyweed Metal Gold. Matte Clover. Oh, wait, maybe I should show it up here. I don't know, it won't focus. It won't focus. This one, I don't think it's probably going to be printable. Is it printable? Let's see. Or is it just, no, this is, because I can feel the outside. This is just regular vinyl. So yes, this is just Walla Cut Express White. I will say this, if anyone sees this from Heat Transfer Warehouse, when you roll it this tight and you roll it this way, it makes it really hard to put it on your mat because it's going to run a roll. So that's why, like, on the big rolls, whenever you buy like any of the rolls of vinyl that I have, it's actually rolled the other way to where the cut side is to the outside, so that even if it has this, like, I mean, I guess if you cut in the middle, it wouldn't be so bad, but like any pieces on the end, because it's rolled so tightly, it's going to roll back from the mat. So whenever, like when we used to set out vinyl, and then when I get vinyl now, it's rolled the other way, so that even with the roll, it'll lay flat on the mat. So that's one of the only things about like how it's rolled. The fact, I know they want it so you can see the color, because if you do the gold one, you're not going to see the color. But I personally don't really care for when I get vinyl that's like tightly rolled like this, because it makes it a little bit harder to put it on the mat and to load it into, like if you're going to cut with no mat, trying to keep it unrolled like this and slide it in can be a little pain in the butt sometimes. So I always have to, let's do it from this side. So you just have to take it and roll it back like a cup, like roll it just as tight the other way, and make sure you really, and try not to put any crease in it, but I roll it and just kind of go back and forth to try and help it. But that one I didn't do too much, but so you're not putting a crease in it. That's the only thing. I'm one where I don't really care for tightly rolled where you can see the color. I'd rather it be the other way around. All right, so now we have, this is also Walla Cut Express Lemon. Oh, dang it. Not quite. This isn't really like the cyan. I was hoping I could have done something with HS ink, but there's really no like magenta in this. But so there's Express Lemon. WKE16. This one was Easyweed 8080. This is Easyweed 7187. Oh, I do like they have the I wonder if this QR code goes just to their website or straight to this one. Let's see. If it goes to the website or just to it goes to like the actual vinyl. So it goes to the actual vinyl. So, well, my also you select the color, so it just takes you to the Cut Express, the one on there. So it's not to that specific color. You'll pick your color. All right. So then we have the Easyweed. This is probably electric. Yep. Easyweed Electric Red. Cut Orange. Easyweed Blue. Cut Express Black. Thermoflex. Okay, it's a good thing they sent this. I'm one where I don't really care. I didn't care for Thermoflex. It was more so their glitter vinyl. So I'm kind of glad this is in here. I will do a full-on review of, and I think I have some Caesar Easyweed in this color as well. So I will do a comparison of the two, but I will say I have never really been, like, I tried it like once or twice, and I've never really been a fan of the Thermoflex. So I probably would not have purchased it on my own. But now that I have this, I know I have this color in Caesar. I'll do a video and I'll show like how both of them cut, how both of them weed, how they press, and the difference in the color. So I am glad that they sent this because I can actually now test this again and do a full-on comparison because I don't really care for this one. So, I know I have this one. This one is also Thermoflex. So I can do either one of these. This is a color that I keep in Caesar Easyweed. So yeah, I'll definitely do a comparison video of the Thermoflex and the Caesar Easyweed because I can do the same color. And then of course, Easyweed Minnesota Purple. Minnesota Vikings is what that's what makes this. Yeah, that's what this Viking colors. Bam. So they sent me a bunch of fun. I'm loving this. I am loving this one right here. This is very interesting the way that they did this. I can't wait to actually cut this and put it onto something. So I'm thinking I know like they normally have like challenges and stuff and you're supposed to create a design and then put it on there. It's normally something specific. So I have to now go back through my emails to find out and figure out what I'm going to use from this to put on this bag. I wonder, these don't really scream fall colors, although this bag can be used for like a trick-or-treat type bag or a fall bag. But these colors, like this is very springish on this side. And look, I put them down and they fell into place. Very springy on this side, very fall-like on this side. So I need to see if there's a specific challenge that we are doing and with designing, and then I'll design it. I was hoping it was something I can like press right now, but I can't. So, because I have to design it and cut it and all that kind of good jazz. But thank you, Heat Transfer Warehouse. Loving this. I got it. I might be able to cut I got big business. I got that big business kind of energy with this. This seems boss-like. So I might do I got the big business kind of energy with this one. And maybe for my dollar signs, one of these. I wonder would this pair well. This and this, to put my dollar signs in this and the rest of it in this. So I think I know what I'm going to do with this one. Now to figure out the rest. Well, these two I know. I'm going to do a comparison video. I'll do this one with my, what's the name, design. And oh, the free file for this week. The Minnie Mouse and the Mickey Mouse. I could cut, well, no, not that. Well, yeah, because it had chocolate sprinkles on it. And the white. I can do our free file for the week. Oh, and the yellow for the buttons. So I'll probably cut this from our free file for the week. And so I can do this with the mouse ears cupcake. We're going to compare that one. We're going to do the that one. Ooh, protecting my peace. Which one should I use for protecting my peace? Maybe the silver or gold? For protecting, I'll make all of those shirts this week. Protecting my peace. Mickey Mouse ears cupcakes. Big business kind of energy. And I don't know what to do with these. So let's do the gold for protecting my peace. The thumbnail was in yellow. So I'll do protecting my peace. Maybe I'll do one of each. Mouse ears cupcakes. I don't know what I'm going to do with these, but we're going to compare that to Caesar. And I got to figure out what to do with this one. Yes, gold for protecting my peace. Let's see. I love that glitter. Yep. Awesome. I'm here. You'll make something amazing. Oh, thank you. Okay, so everyone's saying gold for protecting my peace. All right, we'll do that. Let me see. That one is ready to go. I might be able to pull this over here, but I won't. I don't know what. I don't want to put it on this because this might be for something specific. But what I will do is we can cut that protecting my peace on. All right. I got to go find a shirt to put it on. Ooh. Uh-oh. My cameo is stuck on something. Hold on. Whoa. Everything just hit the floor. All right. I normally never cut without a mat. I think I'm going to do cutting without a mat. Let's see. Well, what's the width on this? It's supposed to be 12, but hopefully it doesn't shift. So we're going to attempt to do this cutting with no mat. I typically don't. So right now I'm on 6. So because I don't use an auto blade, I use the ratchet blade. I'm going to take it, put it in the hole. You make sure that the 6 and like the red line lines up with the arrow that's right here. And so then I'm going to twist it back down to 2. Normally that's all I need for vinyl. And push that. So I always put my finger underneath, on top, push it down, and then lock it. And so when you're doing matless, this is where you put it at for a mat. So we're going to drop the lever to lift it. You're going to push the lock button to unlock it. Push it to here, and it will lock in place. I need to actually clean my rollers. And then you lift this back up. These don't really matter where they are. You line your media or your mat up to the back of that line. So this is the part that can be tricky because it rolls back. And oh yeah, see this is, so here's where the issue lies with this one, because it's probably cut right to 12. It may shift because it should really come to this line to make sure that the roller goes all the way over it. Right now, the way that it is, It's like barely on the edge. Tracking, the Cameo's tracking is horrible. So if this happens to shift, it's going to come from under there and it can mess it up. So what I can do is I can move it to one of these, but I want like what I can cut the whole thing, but it's not going to feed in properly. So if I put it here, it's not going to feed right and it can still shift. So that's when normally you end up putting it on a mat. I'm going to test it and see. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the vinyl and it works, but we're going to see. I'm going to try and pull it over just a little bit and I just won't go edge to edge. All right, so pull it over. Yeah, see, it pulled this side. It's actually tilted. That's one of the things I don't like about when it rolls, and that's one of the things, reason why I don't like loading without a mat, and because it rolls. So I'm gonna make sure that it's not quite catching, like it's folding under there. Okay, here we go. When I tell you it's right on the edge, it is right on the edge. If this thing shifts in any way, shape, or form, it's gonna mess up the vinyl. All right, so we're gonna turn my Bluetooth on and cut protecting my piece. I gotta find something to put it on though. I don't think I have anything like right here in the room that I can put that on. All right, oh, and I need to change my temperature because for this one, I think it tells us, so it says here 305, 10 to 15 seconds, medium pressure, cold peel. So let me change the temperature on my heat press to HTV, 3-layer HTV, 305. Hey, 305. 305 till I die. I'm from Miami-Dade County. All right, let's find this protecting my piece. Ms. Dawn says that happens to me every time I try it. Yeah, it gets where it shifts. Yeah, I don't like, this is one of the reasons why I don't like cutting without a mat. But a lot of people ask, and I never really have videos for it. So I figured I'll show you guys how to set it up in Silhouette Studio to cut it without a mat. I would use the mat. I'm hoping that it doesn't mess up. So I'm going to try this without the mat. Jesus. All right, let's go over to Silhouette Studio. Well, first, let me pull up the Protecting My Piece file. HSE Digital. Protecting My Piece. Wherefore art thou? Protecting My Piece. And share screen. All right. Which version should we do? I think I want to do one of these. I think maybe this one. I think I want to do this one. I know I asked y'all, but I made the decision. All right. So if we're going to cut with no mat, what you do is you're going to come up here to the top, and which is your design page. We're going to go to Machine, Cameo. Cutting mat will be set to none and not a mat. And then we're going to do our media size. So I'm going to show cut border. Whenever you're cutting with no mat, you lose 1/4 of an inch on both sides. And you also have to have at least 1 inch of space at the bottom. So since we just put it on the roll, I don't really have to worry about that part. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to go 12 by, I'm just going to go 12 by 12. And you want to flip it. Right now it was this way, so it's a little weird. So if you put this, so let's say if I would have put this right here, it would have cut going sideways. So you want to make sure you always look at where the arrow is. So I needed to change the orientation of this and go like that. All right. And 10 inches. Okay, I'm worried about it tracking off. So let's go. Let's go. Okay, that's pretty close to 11. I want this to cut as one. Right now it's separated. So we're going to select that and choose weld so that that cuts as one piece. And then everything else should be welded together. We're going to go to send. Okay, everything else is cut. Is together. And I'm going to go, for me, this is the part where, as a newbie, it's going to be really hard to follow me on this. I could care half a crap about what's up here. If I go down to vinyl, for one, it's going to ask me about, well, I got to go back in here. It's going to ask me, do I want to flip it? Well, you don't want to flip it because let's say if this was really small, it's going to flip it to where it's going to be on this side instead of just flipping it in place. So me personally, I don't really go to the whole heat transfer thing because then it'll ask you, do you want to cut it as is or do you want to mirror it? I typically don't go there. I just put in the numbers as far as what I want. So I'm actually going to go back to design because I did forget to flip it. So I'm going to go here and flip it horizontally. I normally just flip myself. And we're going to push this over because it's better to be closer to this side. And we're going to, another thing I like to do, there are some really thin parts of this. So we're going to put a bleed border. A weed border around it. You do that simply by just putting an offset like that and apply. And I don't really want the middle parts. So I'm going to release compound path and weld it so I don't have any of the middle pieces. I just want it to be on the outside, and then I'll go in there and remove everything else. Although, you know what? Let me undo. I think I do want to keep this part and this part. Everything else I'm going to weld. And I think I do want to keep that. So I like that because it'll make it a little bit easier. So it's a weed border. And if I wanted to have it where I knew like where to cut this at, you can also add just a cut line. That way when I weed it, I'm weeding from here. I don't have to worry about like necessarily cutting it right away. I can make sure that it's a clean line for the next one. If you don't really want to, mine, I don't have it stay where it feeds out. I have mine come back. If you want to be able to cut it with the cross cutter, you have to change your orientation. You have to change your, I'll show you where. So you have to change it where it's like once it cuts, it doesn't feed back. Mine returns to its origin. So we're just going to go send. And so right now it's set to cut, it's wants to cut the edge. My protecting is not set to cut. So we're going to select it all again and choose cut. That way it cuts the outline, but it also cuts the word protecting because it wasn't selected. So you can change yours where I think it's here. So after, hold on, feed or options, return to origin or feed. If you want it to stay to the back so you can use the cross cutter, you have to choose feed. Or it just returns to origin. I prefer it to return to the origin. Okay. And we're going to come off of that. Like I said, I know cut settings. I personally don't really ever care about this part here. I normally just come down here and change it. You'll see mine. If you see the videos, you'll see mine pretty much stays on cardstock plain. It just defaults to there. If you want to create your own settings because you find what works for you, you can always save it. because there are some user defined. I just hate that the user defines are all the way at the end after all of their stuff. So you have to come all the way down here, and there are some user defined, so I can do heat transfer smooth, which goes to 2. My force is definitely not 4. Speed 8. I don't know how that happened. I think I may have just been changing some stuff. I don't know how that happened, but I don't like to use heat transfer because it's gonna give me the extra message. Cut as is or mirror it. I don't want to deal with all that. So I'm just gonna go back up where I don't get that question, and I'm going to take my blade down to 2. I'm going to take my force down. I'm not using a mat. I don't want it to cut too deep. We want a good kiss cut. So I'm going to go about 8. And then this is fairly, like, this is not super, super thin. So I can go up to about a good 8. I probably even go to 10. And with this being the metal vinyl, I know from experience just in what it takes to like cut it. So I'm actually going to leave this at about 7. That should be pretty good right there. Okay. No mat, so I don't really need a lot of force. We should be good there. All right. And we're going to go ahead and just hit send. Hopefully it doesn't move. See, it caught because it rolled up. It got caught on the back part back there. That's one thing I don't like about it rolling. Oh, it seems like it's cutting deeper. Yeah, I think I had it too deep. Or it might just be because of here. It's lifting up. It's lifting up right now. Yeah, it's doing a lot of lifting. And I think it's just because it's not grip. I think it's this part. Like every time it rolls, it like moves. So I think it's just because of this. Because it's not doing it on this side. So yeah, it should really be a little bit longer or cut it with the mat. All right, while that's cutting, I'm gonna run and grab a shirt. Oh, my bad. Sorry. I came back when I went to go get the shirt and forgot to bring the sound. My bad. So let me go back through this. Sorry. I was saying that um, the purpose of the weed border is I'm able to pull everything around it and not have to worry about small, intricate pieces. And then I can pull out the rest of it. So I actually wasn't really talking a lot through most of it. I was just weeding. So it was pretty silent even before I saw your comment. So I was just weeding. I really wasn't talking that much. So, where'd the shirt go? I normally would do this over on the heat press, but I'm going to do it over here just so that you guys can see as far as measurements. For black shirts, I do recommend lint brushing because they collect everything. So I do recommend lint brushing to make sure that there's no little fibers behind the vinyl to make sure you get a good press. And when it comes to placing the design, of course, I highly recommend folding it in half. The end is not really from end to end. So with this one, it wasn't centered on the vinyl. So we don't want to necessarily go end to end because that's not going to give me center. This is here. This is way over here. So I'm going to pull that back some and then create my crease. Okay. Actually, I'm going to do it like this so I can really see and make sure I'm in the right spot, which I was for my crease. Sometimes, okay, here's the thing with V-neck shirts. We can, like, center is not always the center, like, especially because, like, the overlap. You want, if it's better if you press it with your heat press to find the center. But I'm going to line up my shoulders, my collar, my arms. Make sure my armpits are lined up and the sides of it. So guess what, right? With this folded completely in half, the arms line up, the armpits line up, the shoulders line up. Here on the side, they line up. Look at where this tells me center is. Wait, hold on. I'm going to have to lift it up. But the V part is over here. Fold it in half. This is not center. Center is here, not at the V. So this is why when it's on you, it can look a little bit off because fold it in half. I mean, you can see this is perfectly folded in half. Arm to arm, shoulder to shoulder. And the mid mark is not on that V. Now, that V technically should fall in the center of your chest. So you can center it off of that. Just know that one side of your design might be a little more to the right or left, okay? Depending on how your shirt is. But for this particular shirt, center is actually where this side, so where this is where this side of the collar actually ends. And that is center. This was the overlap. So it's not, that's really like literally right where it ends is where this piece is. So that's the center of this actual shirt. But when they bring over the other side and it crosses over, it's creating the V right here. Okay? All right. Because I don't have the camera over there on the heat press, it's going to be really hard for you guys to like really see it. I'm going to try and position the camera over there. So I'm just going to put this down. This also has a deeper, like this is a pretty nice size V-neck. So if I go 3 or 4 down, the design is going to be way too low. So with these, I normally only kind of go like about 2 down because it is a V-neck. And a lot of people go like, unless you cut your design right to the top, it's not going 2 down from the top of this, because if your design starts a little bit down from that, you're still now going a couple more inches down. So you want to go off of where the design is. So we're going to go a little bit off kilter here, the way that it was for center. And from this side, that's actually, I can't just go here because I'm not going to be able to see it. So I want to kind of move my fingers over some. And that's about 2 inches or 2 fingers there. Now, it depends on how your fingers are kind of made. But what I really want, I'm looking at like the shirt that I have on. Where do I want this to sit? I really want this to sit up really high, like sit up high and almost be right under that V-neck. Now, this is also a design where there's a really high peak. People will ask about, how do you position a design? How do you size it, right? So this has a letter that's really, really high. The majority of the design is low. If I were to leave it right here, yes, the P will sit kind of right up under it, but the rest of this will really be under my boobs. I'm okay with the P sitting a little bit higher, but the majority of the design sitting right at the top. So I'm actually going to move this up. You have to decide on your placement for every design depending on how you want it to look. So this could be really low. I'm going to actually put this on my chest. Really good adhesive, so you can just put it there without heat tape and kind of hold it up to you and check the placement. Remember that your shirt's going to sit higher, so when you're putting it on you to check the placement, your neckline should actually be kind of curved under, and you pull the shoulders up to your shoulder to get a better feel. And I'm actually not too upset with the placement. I think I want to go up just a hair. So I'm going to lift this up. And come up just a little. When you crease it, that makes this so much easier because all you have to do is line up on the crease, but I did not crease this one, so I just want to make sure that it's straight going across the bottom. All right. We'll take this over to the heat press, and then I'll move the camera because I don't actually have the camera position over here today. So I do have my collar. I'm going to try and move you guys around. Okay, don't mind my floor. It wasn't expecting to kind of go this way. I do need to sweep up over there. All right, let's see. All right. So I do have the collar off of the heat press. You always want to do that so that you get good even pressure. And I'm probably going to have to adjust this pressure. We'll see. Oh, actually, it's not that bad. Oh, wait. I'm on the layer one. Hold on. So let's go to the last one, which should be 12 seconds. And press it. They said this is, oh, I was about to do this, but I forgot. I have it locked because it's normally on the wall. So I'll show you how this moves because I don't need this over here anymore. So the one thing I love about this is this gives me, at first I was going to have even put handles on it, but this gives me instant handles because this sucker is so heavy. So to move it out of my way, because my room is small, I just grab here and I push it. Whoa, wait, something's back there. Oh, some spray. So I just push it back into the corner out of my way so that I can actually maneuver over here. Whoa. All right, while you're turning. All right. So it's cold peel. So we gotta let it cool so that the adhesive can grab. All right, let's see. Ooh. So there we go. Protected. I couldn't even come up a little bit more. See, like for me, I would have wanted this to sit like right on the boobage. And that's the thing too, like when you have certain designs and certain materials and it's really thin like this going across boobs like this, you can't really avoid the pucker unless you end up making it kind of smaller. You really can't avoid the pucker and the rippling when you are well endowed, you know. But I probably would have had it sit up a little bit higher. Like technically I would have wanted it here, which means if I moved it up, my P would have been like up here so that this part sat center mass, but it's still not that bad in being right here. I got big boots, so my piece is, it's under there, So there we go. Cute. I might wear this to go pick up. No, I'm not picking up the kids. But does he have basketball today? I don't know. Thank you, Miss Dawn. Thank you. These fuckers are breastfeeding boobs. Not anymore though. They've served their purpose. All right, y'all. But thank you, Heat Transfer Warehouse. I'm gonna figure out the rest of it. Like I said, one is going to be a comparison video. I'm going to do the freestyle for this week, the the mouse ears cupcake, because there is some red, there's some pink, there's some for the chocolate chips, there's some yellow for his little buttons. So I'll use that for that, and I got to figure out the other ones. And then that little bag that they gave us, I got to figure out what was that for, and see if it's for like a challenge for us, so that I can submit, to enter into the challenge. The link for Heat Transfer Warehouse is in the description. It is an affiliate link. It's no difference in the cost to you guys, but I will receive a small commission referral if you click on the link and get any of the products they have. So it doesn't have to be just what you saw here. Anything that you purchase from them, they sell blanks. They have heat presses. They have heat transfer vinyl. They have like the Easy Subly glitter vinyl, all that kind of good jazz. So definitely check out Heat Transfer Warehouse. My mom just recently asked me to do a black with gold vinyl t-shirts. Love that color combination. It is nice. Whoa. A slight wardrobe change. My dress is still under there. All right. Let's see. And I'm sorry about the audio, but I really was just talking about I was explaining the benefits of the cut border, and that it just makes it and you saw the visual, it just makes it to where you can weed around it. You don't have to worry about small pieces. You have a little bit more control, and then you can just pull everything else away afterwards. Okay. So you don't have to hit it with the heat press again. When you're doing the metal, you really don't. Well, and see, I kind of sort of mess it up. Even in that 3 seconds, in pressing it again, it becomes more of, how can I say it? Like, well, I actually know what? I don't know if this is the one, like the one that's foil. If you press it again, it goes from like this really smooth kind of like look, and when you peel it off, it almost like bubbles off the shirt, and it's really, really smooth. With this one, I'm not sure if it's because I heated it again, because I did the first one, I forgot, oh crap, it was the wrong one, but I already applied heat to it. Whenever you reapply heat to something that is foil, it makes it more of like a brushed, like brush metal type look. So you really don't have to. People go and they press vinyl twice. You only have to do that like if you're not sure about it. But if you had like heavy pressure, there is no need. Just taking it off doesn't mess it up. I never really press vinyl twice unless I'm layering. But if it's just a regular shirt, I press that sucker one time. I don't do the whole turn it inside out and press it again. When you have a quality heat press, you have the right heat, you have the right amount of pressure, you press it, and that's it. This, I'm not worried about this coming off at all. Nice designs with some bling added. Ooh. She says, I can see it protecting rhinestones with graduated stone size. I can probably create this in that kind of in that type of stone design. Oh, my bad, my bad, my bad. I will promise I really wasn't saying much. I was actually just weeding. So it would have been silent anyway. That bleed border is everything. Now I know. Now I can do thin letters. I have to see to see how to set up that weed on my other machine. So all you do is just, it's not the machine, it's in the program. You just put an offset and that's it. It's just an offset. It doesn't, it's not that it doesn't necessarily take the shine away. Hold on, you know what? I'll show you with one of these pieces on something that's scrap. Hold on. Boy. Ooh, I keep getting stuck on. Oh, this has sublimation on the back. All right, let's try and get this corner so I don't have to put a piece of butcher paper down. So I try and get right here in the corner. Make sure I put this on 12 seconds. I said 12 seconds. I'm going to put this back on top. So I'll show you the difference in like the look of it. I need a tutorial on the bleed border. I just did it in this video. It's just an offset. That's it. It's just an offset. So this metal one is meant to look like brush metal. It's not the foil. I have one that's foil. And when you take it off, it has a smoother look to it. But this actually it still keeps the brush metal. But no, it won't. Like repressing it definitely won't take away the shine though. Just gotta let this cool. I wish I had my tile. I normally use a tile to help it cool faster. So yeah, I mean, this one, the metal one is just a brush metal. Like it's more like that. It doesn't give the pucker look for foil, but no, it doesn't. So you can see it up close. It doesn't take the shine away. And even if I were to press it again, oh, when you press it again, it's still got to wait for it to cool. So you'll see the difference. Oh, wait. And I just almost snatched this off like it was regular Easyweed. You'll see the difference in how I just screwed up that one corner. No matter how many times you press this, you got to wait for it to cool, because you basically liquefy that adhesive on the back again. So you got to wait for it to like catch again. So this is what happens when you pull it off before it cools. You see you see how that's really smooth, and this is kind of all like bumpy like. You can see that line of demarcation between the two, but it doesn't take away the shine at all. But it just had like, when you don't let it cool, you can create a bunch of like bumps and stuff in it. Got my happy mail over the weekend. Epson came in on Sunday. HS ink paper in today. Yay! Awesome. All right, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. Class is in a little under an hour. We're going to finish working on the designs for the chip bags. And I'm going to try and do both because it's really the same. So we're going to do the chip bags and candy wrappers and all that, and the 2D toppers all at the same time. So see you guys in a moment at 6:30 for those who are enrolled in the 7-day challenge for event favors and decor. Yeah, and then this also cracked by me doing that. It cracked the vinyl, and I can see the, what's this thing called? The rag. Whereas the rest of it, you don't. And I can stretch it, and it's nothing happening to it. But here, where I pulled it off too soon, it cracked it, and you can see. So sometimes that might be what it is. When you guys, your vinyl is cracking and all that stuff, if it was a cold peel, you peeled it off too soon. All right. So thank you guys so very much. Click the link to visit Heat Transfer Warehouse. And also shop.hsink365.com. That's our website where you can sign up for all of my classes. Go ahead and be like Miss Washington and get you some of the HS Ink sublimation paper and sublimation ink. Or if you're wanting to do chip bags and things like that, you will get some of our pigment ink if you have a pigment ink printer. All right, guys, until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.